Okay, here's a funny story for you. I was just thinking about this. Do you need a $1,300 Spey Rod or not? And I gave an example of my technique being off. And when I got my technique on, this $120 Spey Rod became a good Skagit rod. But then I realized, I was kind of having to work at it. I was kind of having to, think about my casting a lot, which I do. I enjoy thinking about my casting while I'm fishing. A lot of guys just want to be on autopilot, and I don't unless I get tired, and then then I prefer easy. And so I thought, I'm taking this 10 feet of T14 off of here, and I'm gonna, I don't need that much tip for what I'm doing. So I was gonna lighten up the load on my tip. So I strip it in. I try a different fly, an unweighted fly, and it went pretty good. And I thought, well, casts pretty good with an unweighted fly. So I strip my whole kit in, and when I'm gonna take off my 10 feet of T14 and put on an OPST riffle, 96 grain, 12 foot, easy sink tip. And I realized that I hadn't taken my other sink tip off, so I've been fishing with a 165 grain OPST 12 foot run or bucket. It's a heavier sink tip, and then on the end of that I have my 10 feet of T14. So I basically got 300 grains of sink tip on here, 22 feet long. So that's why I couldn't be on autopilot. But I didn't realize it. I mean, if I really gave her the onion, she would sail. When I say give her the onion, I mean on the peel. When I peeled, it was almost impossible to peel too hard. I had a huge white mouse going. The wakes were swamping nearby drift boats. It was like the peel of all peels. But it worked. It fully loaded the D-loop, had a nice tight D-loop, and when I did that, I could bomb it. But I kept wondering why I was catching every branch and thing on the bottom.
Well, hello there, sucker.
That just goes to show you that if you're dedicated and you practice, you too can do epic, stupid stuff in proportions you never thought possible. It helps to pay attention. $120 max catch is really getting it done, and I'm looking forward to just fishing a regular sink tip instead of two heavy sink tips.